We'll start lying down. And spreading your arms and legs nice and wide, lying down on your back. Relaxing your shoulders down. And tuck your chin slightly. Arms out to the sides, as wide as you like. An option to close your eyes. And bringing your awareness to your breath. And feeling the natural rise and fall of your belly. Noticing the quality of your breath, if it's deep or shallow, if it feels smooth or a little bit choppy. And just notice how it feels, not attaching any story or any emotion to it. Maybe feeling your breath get a little bit deeper as you bring your awareness there. And relaxing the muscles in the face, in the neck and shoulders. And feeling your body relax a little bit deeper every time you exhale. And bringing your breath a little bit deeper, increasing the inhales. Maybe pausing at the top of your breath just for a second before you exhale, nice and slow. Maybe pausing at the bottom of your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose if you can. And we'll take a few deep breaths together. Inhale to fill up your belly, expanding the ribs. And exhale, draw the belly in, and draw the ribs in. Inhale to expand. And exhale. Inhale, expand. And exhale. And one more. Inhale, expand your belly. Expand the ribs. Inhale to expand the chest, taking the deepest breath you've taken all day. And taking another sip of air in at the top of your breath. And as you exhale, the chest falls, the ribs pull in, and the belly pulls in. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. pulling the wrists and the ankles. And gently move your head side to side. And as you inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, bring your legs together. Point the toes, reach to the fingers, arching the back slightly. Maybe yawning as you stretch through the body. And exhale to pull your knees into your chest. And gently rocking side to side, massaging the low back. And bringing your arms out to the sides, drop your knees over to the left. An option to extend your top leg if it feels okay in your body. And keeping both shoulder blades down on the mat. On your next inhale, bring your knees up through center and drop them over to the other side. You can extend your top leg if you did so on the other side. And inhale to bring your knees back through center. Grabbing onto your knees with your hands, start to circle the knees in opposite directions. Getting some movement into your hips. Then take the opposite direction. And bringing the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Inhale to extend your right leg up. Start to circle out your ankle in one direction. And take the opposite direction. And then point and flex your toes. Stretching through the front and back of your calf, your shin. And your foot flexed, interlace the fingers behind the leg and pull it in towards the chest. Stretching up the back of the right leg. Keep reaching up through your heel. And relax your shoulders down towards the mat. And breathing deeply, staying connected to your breath. And take one more inhale here. And exhale to bring the sole of the foot down onto the mat. Gently sway your knees side to side. And then bringing your knees back through center. Inhale to extend your left leg straight up. And circling out the ankle in one direction. And take the opposite direction. And then point and flex the toes. And keeping your foot flexed, interlace the fingers behind the leg, pulling in towards your chest. Keeping the knees slightly bent if you need to, if it feels better in your body. And breathing deeply through the nose. Relax the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Maybe pulling your leg in a little bit closer. And take one more inhale. And exhale to bend your knee. Bring the sole of the foot onto the mat. And gently swaying your knee to side again here. And bringing your knees through center, tuck your heels right up underneath of your knees. Arms come long at your sides. Draw your belly in, pushing your low back into the mat. And keeping your belly engaged, pushing through the heels, lift the hips up for bridge pose. Just taking a small bridge to start. Engage your inner thighs, keeping the knees in line with your hips. And keep pushing through your heels, pushing through the back through your shoulders, lifting the chest up slightly more. And taking one more inhale. Exhale to lift the heels, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet about mat width apart and knock your knees together. Option to reach the arms up overhead. Bringing the arms back down by your sides. Heels come underneath your knees. Coming into our second bridge. Inhale, pushing through the heels, maybe lifting up a little bit higher this time. An option to tuck your shoulders underneath you, maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back, pushing the arms into the mat, lifting your chest a little bit higher up. And continuing to breathe nice and smoothly, steadily. And taking one more inhale. Exhale, release your shoulders, lift the heels, and slowly lower down. And hugging your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. And taking a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. And keeping your knees into your chest, bring your arms down at your sides. Extending your right leg out. You can bring it as low as a hover or lift it up as high as you like, as long as your low back is staying on the ground. Engage your core, push the low back down. And from here, start to sway your right leg side to side with control. And keeping your core engaged. And keep breathing. If it becomes too challenging, just lift your leg up in space a little bit higher. And we'll take 3 more. 2. And 1. Hug your knee in. Grab onto your knees or reach the arms up overhead. And taking a deep breath in through your nose. And open the mouth, let it go. Relax your belly. And setting up for the other side, arms long at your sides. Draw your belly in, push your low back down. Extend your left leg out. When you're ready, sway the leg side to side with control. And keep breathing. Keep your core engaged. Option to lift the leg up higher if this becomes too challenging. And we'll take 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Rolling over onto one side and make your way up into tabletop, hands and knees. And tabletop will move through cat-cow. Inhale to look up, drop your belly. Feeling a nice stretch through the abs. And exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. And stretching through the shoulders and the back. Inhale to look up. Exhale, tuck your chin. One more inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Inhale, come back to neutral spine. Walk your hands out in front of you a little bit further. And shift your weight forward into a plank on your knees. So your wrists are right below your shoulders. Draw your belly in. And with control, slowly lowering down all the way to the mat. Elbows stay close to your sides. And bringing your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Squeeze the elbows together behind you. Inhale, lift the chest up for cobra. And pushing the tops of the feet down into the mat. And taking one more inhale. And exhale to lower down. And stacking your hands, rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. And relax your legs, maybe wagging your tail a little bit. Releasing your hips and your back. And bringing your fingertips back underneath your shoulders, setting up for our second cobra. Push the tops of the feet down, your kneecaps might lift up. Squeeze the elbows together behind you. Inhale to lift the chest up. And maybe hovering the hands here, taking the weight out of your arms, using your back muscles to lift you up. Or you can push through the hands coming up into full cobra, keeping the elbows bent and close to your sides. Hips stay down on the mat. And shoulders down, away from your ears. And wherever you are, keeping your nice, steady breath. And taking one more inhale. And exhale, lower down, stack your hands, and rest your forehead. Relax your legs, let the heels fall outwards. Moving into Sphinx, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders this time. Arms are parallel to each other. And push your palms into the mat. And then pushing into the arms, bring the shoulders further away from your ears. Looking straight out in front of you. And stretching through the front of the body. Option to walk your elbows and arms out a little bit further. Might feel better in your low back. And taking whichever variation works for you and your body. And taking one more inhale. Exhale to bring your head down. And then push yourself back into child's pose. Your knees can be wide or together. Hands reaching overhead or back towards your heels. And feel your sit bones moving closer towards your heels. And reconnecting with your breath. And checking in with your body. Inhale to lift your forehead up. Walk your fingers over to the right. Place your forehead back down. Option to gently grab onto the left wrist. And pulling gently, increasing the stretch down the left side of your body. Inhale to lift your forehead up. Walk your fingertips back through center. And as you exhale, walk them over to the left side and place your forehead back down. Option to grab your right wrist, gently pulling. And you can imagine you're pulling your right hip back as well to increase the stretch all the way down to your right hip. Inhale, lift your head up, coming back through center, moving into tabletop. And bringing your hands a little bit forward, coming back into our half plank or plank on our knees. Wrists below your shoulders, draw the belly in. And exhale, slowly lower down, keeping the elbows close. And extending your right arm out to the side, straight out from your shoulder socket and palm face down. Right or left fingertips come under the left shoulder and bending the left knee. And then pushing through the left hand, roll open over your right shoulder. And resting your head down on the mat or a cushion. Feeling a deep stretch in to your right shoulder. You have control to move as far or to come out of this pose as you like, not causing any pain in your shoulder. And take one more inhale. And exhale to roll it back gently onto your stomach. And bringing the right arm in. Extending the left arm out straight out from your shoulder. Palm is face down. And bending your right knee, pushing through the right hand, opening up into the left shoulder. And finding somewhere for your head to rest. Relaxing your jaw. And take one more inhale. And exhale, gently roll back onto your stomach. And when you're ready, push yourself up into tabletop. And bring your hands forward on the mat. Coming into puppy pose, drop the forehead down. Hips are stacked over your knees. And working on bringing that chest down towards the mat. And if this doesn't work for you, you can always just take child's pose, sending your hips back towards your heels. And you might feel this in your abdomen or your sides, maybe up into your shoulders and down your arms. And just noticing where you feel the stretch. Moving your hips back, shifting into child's pose just for a second here. Moving up into tabletop. And tuck your toes under, lift your hips back and up into downward dog. And bending one knee at a time, push the other heel down towards the mat. And lifting the hips back and up, keeping your spine nice and straight. And then come to stillness, pushing both heels down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth and let it go. And start to walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Option to interlace your hands behind your back and keeping them on your sacrum to start. And when you're ready, you can pull them off your low back. Adding a deep stretch into the shoulders. If this doesn't work for you, you can bring your hands to the ground. Grabbing opposite elbows or wrapping your arms behind legs. And bringing your hands back down onto your low back and drop them down to the ground. And bend your knees and start to walk your hands back out into downward dog. And bringing your big toes together in downward dog. And starting with the left leg tonight. Inhale to lift the left leg up. And exhale, left knee to left wrist for pigeon pose. And keeping your left foot flexed, back leg is straight. And sitting up nice and tall. And try your best to square your hips off, bringing the left hip back a little bit, right hip forward. When you're ready, you can start to fold forward, resting your head down. An option to take figure 4 on your back. Crossing the left ankle over the top of the right knee. And drawing the legs in towards your chest. And feeling a deep stretch into your left hip. And staying focused on your breath to bring you through the discomfort. And taking 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, pushing yourself back up. Make your way into tabletop or downward dog. And taking a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Bringing the big toes together. Inhale to lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. For pigeon on the other side. And bringing your right hip back a little bit in space, left hip forward, squaring your pelvis off to the top of your mat. And sitting up nice and tall. And then you can start to fold forward, resting your head down. And switching sides in figure 4. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee. And taking 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, making your way back into tabletop or downward dog. And taking any final movements in downward dog here if you like, or just staying in stillness. Relaxing your head, shake it yes, shake it no. And drop your knees down. And swinging your legs in front of you. Come to seated with long legs. And flexing the feet. And sit up nice and tall. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, hinging from the hips, start to fold forward. Bringing the hands down on the mat or your legs. And start to walk yourself back up with your hands. And come to lying on your back. You can hug the knees in here. And then let the knees fall out to the side, soles of the feet connect. You can place some cushions beneath your knees here for some added support. Maybe moving the feet a little further away from you. An option to bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. And letting go of all control over your breath. Just letting it happen naturally. Noticing how effortlessly your body just breathes. An option to close your eyes. When you're ready, you can stay here or you can extend your arms and legs into a final Shavasana. Taking up as much space as you like, as you need. Maybe tucking the shoulders a little bit further underneath of you. And relaxing through the body. And start to scan your body from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Relaxing each body part as you move up. Breathing into any areas that need a little more attention. And asking your body to release some of that tension. And feel yourself sinking into the ground, into your mat, as if it were sand or clouds, comfy bed. Allow any thoughts that arise to just pass by, and bringing your awareness back to your breath and your body, and being really present with yourself right now. An option to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to move, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes, circling the wrists and the ankles. And move your head gently side to side. And inhale to reach the arms off overhead. Bring your legs together. Take a long stretch through the body. And exhale to hug your knees in. And eventually rolling over onto one side into fetal position. Hugging the knees into the chest. When you're ready, pushing yourself up into a comfortable seat. And sitting up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down, tuck your chin slightly. And bringing your hands together at heart center. And thank you for practicing with me. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Thank you.